Hey, y'all. I'm Zach. I'm here with my co-host, Aaron.
Hey.
You're listening to A to Z Podcast, episode 83.
Today's guests are the Ramblin Boys.
It's like they're trying to be too meta.
We're gonna make them an offer they can't refuse.
Much better.
Yeah. You can
buy you a drink. You can't just
well, I mean, he did pick out somebody we know.
Will you sidestep the question? That technology does not exist.
If this is your first time listening, thanks for checking us out. A to Z is a Southeast Texas local podcast, with new episodes out weekly on all major podcast platforms. But you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post updates, clips, and extra content.
Also, don't forget about our Facebook groups. We have A to Z Podcast Group and A to Z Movie Night, the Groupening, where you can chat with us and other listeners about memes, things going on, groups, other things, and, you know, just anything else.
Just fun stuff.
Yeah, just fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Well, today we got the Ramblin Boys, Aaron.
Yeah, dude, this is, I wouldn't say that this was one of the episodes we thought about when we first started, but honestly, we quickly did start thinking about it after we launched. You know, we were like, we just knew it would be chaos from the beginning, so we wanted to wait till we got a little bit better at this whole thing, and I gotta say it was worth it. I think it was worth it. It was worth the wait.
It was fun. I had fun.
I had a blast, man. We had all the boys in. We had all of them in. Even young Tyler was in here. We had Pat, Tyler. We had
James,
we had
Bobby.
We had Faust, Bobby.
I mean, it was a lot. It's kind of like an old school, like it was like a trip through scene history a little bit, and
Kinda.
a lot of good bullshitting.
That's right. And
let
me just tell you something. White Hennessy, I like White Hennessy. That's all I'm going to say.
Good.
Patrick, thank you for bringing the White Henny.
Yeah. James,
I really
thanks for bringing
it.
the.
You brought Buffalo Creek, I think.
That doesn't matter.
You know what? It don't even matter. We just had a good time. You guys are going to have a great time listening to this. As always, like, share, and subscribe. If you got something out of this episode, let somebody know. You know what I mean? Let a friend know, because that's how we keep this thing going, is just word of mouth and just through shares.
Tell your friends. Enjoy this episode with the Ramblin Boys.
I'm gonna just put it in airplane
At least
mode.
on the silent,
Yeah.
Dan, what are you drinking? What is
Baby,
that?
we sipping the finest,
Haterade.
baby.
Oh, hey, now you so bougie coming in here with Hennessy.
bottles of bourbon.
I see that. I was like, oh yeah, that Elijah Craig, dude. Elijah Craig goes hard too.
I came to party.
Yeah, what am I gonna?
That's the barrel proof,
What am I drinking?
131.4.
A lot of
What
partying.
am I drinking?
What are you drinking?
Mystery.
Sip it, baby. I don't know, dude. I think I'm gonna dive
That,
into that
Maker's
Four
Private
Roses.
Select.
Anybody
That's
got what?
I've never even
What's
seen this
that?
before.
I should try this.
Four Roses is good. Hold up, man.
You know your boys in that Gulf Coast Spirits Society. You know your boys in there.
Conspiracy Society?
Gulf Coast Spirits Society.
Oh,
Oh.
spirits. I thought
was
you
like, what
said
conspiracy? Hang
Conspiracy
on.
Society. I was like,
What happened to the
Like
previous
ghosts?
bassist?
like ghosts? Ghosts
Yeah,
be
like-
gone.
So Ghost Society.
If y'all haunting motherfuckers in here, let me know. Give me a whoo. Heard y'all got some ghosts over here.
We're going to need to put a limiter on him
Working on it.
right out the gate.
Mute button.
Gone off the Pellegrino, baby.
We didn't think he was going to talk, but it looks like he's going to talk.
Wait, who was not gonna talk?
Me.
You weren't.
James,
Gonna talk?
Yeah,
full
I
of
was
shit.
gonna
He was not going to talk.
Yeah, James said he wasn't going to talk.
He said,
believe
no, I'm
it
just
or
going to
not.
sit back in the corner, just, sip a few. We show up.
Yeah.
He's got 3 bottles of fucking bourbon.
I told them.
Because honestly,
No, no,
minutes
Aaron
later, he
told
was like,
me-
I can't take it.
Aaron
I'm
told
going to
me
be a
that-
part.
No, Zach was like, I got another mic fucking.
No, Aaron told me that James was like, he's like, I'm gonna bring y'all a surprise. He's like, I'm just gonna sit in the back, just like pouring drinks and in and out
still
of the
fucking
darkness.
do that.
He's like,
Yeah.
What I told James, I was like, hey,
I
man,
brought like 18
Yeah.
cups.
I see. I was like, we can get as turnt as y'all want, as long as
Excellent.
everybody retains mic etiquette. We're
Oh,
fucking.
yeah.
We get wild as
What is
shit.
that?
Tight.
Yeah.
We get wild as fuck.
It'll be very cool.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah,
I'm great.
I hope y'all are ready.
We're ready?
Yeah, well, we're going. Yeah, we've been going.
We've been going.
So this is the part where
no.
this is the part where we drop y'all in and
Yeah.
let y'all
Oh,
know.
okay, yeah. Tell us about
Yeah,
the
like
show.
the music's playing in the background, and then we fade it in.
Okay.
Ah,
Tell us
Okay.
about the show. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
What's happening?
Hey,
It's
baby.
been a long
Yo.
time coming. We've been wanting to get y'all on for like a while.
I know we here with the motherfucking Ramblin' Boys.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
what's going on? And let's go ahead and get things started. If you guys will tell us a little bit about the show.
Wait, did you flip? Are y'all flipping the script
Flipping
right
the
now?
script.
What are we doing?
Are you trying to interview us?
No. Just tell us a little bit about the show.
So I'll tell you about tonight's show. James brought a bunch of whiskey, and everyone brought like a 6-pack basically, and we're just gonna
Patrick
sit
brought
here.
some Hennessy from
Interesting.
Barbados or wherever the hell that was. from.
Barbados. You can
Barbados?
say that.
Now,
Sounds
what
more
made you
exotic
guys-
that way? I like it.
No, what made you guys want to get into podcasting?
You know, we're just two average white guys with opinions, and I heard that the easiest way to start a podcast is just be average white and having an opinion.
Yeah.
You're very cultured white men. I would like to start that off.
Thank you.
Yeah, now the word podcast, has that always been in the dictionary, or is that something new that has come up with maybe iPods?
Yeah, it was
I
originally.
mean, yeah,
on
I think
iPods.
Apple is what
Yeah.
defined the term podcast. Yeah.
Now, when you say Apple, you mean...
Fruit.
I'm gonna let Patrick
the
take
technology
over.
company.
Oh, the technology.
Started by Steve
yeah.
Jobs, the guy that brought back
Oh,
turtles.
I know
That
Steve.
single-handedly brought
Started
back
by
turtles.
started by Steve Wozniak.
Steve Jobs.
What are those guys up to?
Well, one's
One of
dead.
them's dead.
Yeah, one of them had cancer
Yeah.
and died.
Yeah.
I was about
What?
to say, we're
Yeah.
talking Steve Jobs?
Yeah. And Steve Wozniak.
He
was
had
like,
no
that-
idea.
Wait,
Yeah,
Patrick.
yeah,
yeah,
He's
yeah.
swimming
No
in
idea.
money.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No. When did
Welcome
this
to 2019.
2019. That's
Yeah,
why
it-
Patrick's here right now with us.
It happened a
This is-
few years ago. Remember,
The future's
there was
now, baby.
there was like 5 movies. One of them had
There-
Ashton Kutcher. One of them had.
Yeah.
I do remember
Yeah.
that wave. I do remember.
Ashton Kutcher was it Fassbender? Fassbender was one of them.
Yeah,
And
Fassbender
then
was one.
What was the Justin Long? Wasn't he? one?
Justin Long was
Justin
one too.
Holy
Yeah.
Long
shit!
one?
How weird?
Really?
Yeah, how weird is that?
You know what's weird?
That was like
Oh,
Justin Long was like
man.
the first
Was
one.
that the
yeah,
worst
like they
one?
were filming it to capitalize on the fact that they knew Steve Jobs was going to die.
going to die.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so like it came out
shitty.
like the month he died.
Why didn't they
basically.
make
wow.
like an action Steve Jobs movie where they
Tom
use
Cruise
like
Starring
play
Vin
that.
Diesel?
well, like you
Jason
could use Ashton
Statham.
Kutcher.
yeah, there you go.
You could use Ashton Kutcher, but Justin Long would be his stunt double.
Just
No,
be
I
like
think Jason Statham
getting the van pussy with
as-
creating
That'd be
technology.
a great movie.
and then you have Brad
Hell
Pitt
yeah.
as Steve Wozniak.
They're like, we've
no,
created the
fucking-
iPhone, but it's gonna fucking blow up in a couple hours. Insert Justin Long.
All right, dialing it back.
Hey,
Okay, so the guy
sorry,
that's been bogarting
sorry.
the mic is Bobby.
Sorry, that's me, Bobby, and I'm super excited to be on the podcast. This is something I would
No,
like
introduce
to
the
go
band.
ahead.
Introduce
I'll
the band.
introduce the band.
You do it every night.
You
Y'all
know-
play, right? You do introduce
Yeah.
the band when y'all play, right?
No, I just saw Beck
Introduce
the
us.
other night, and he does it for 20 minutes.
He
during
introduces
the set.
all the people
It's
in the
a
band. And the
pain
guy
in the
was playing
ass.
the headset and the machine.
It was a little rough. It was like, all right, Beck, you could play more
So who
songs.
else is in the Ramblin' Boys? You're
Uh,
the singer, obviously.
I play singing, and then my buddy
plays that
Tyler,
throat.
who is the newest Ramblin' Boy. This is his first interview with the Ramblin'
Yep.
Boys right now.
Rookie Rambler.
Rookie Rambler. He's a
Rookie Rambler.
3-year rookie.
Yeah, right.
We've got
That's right. We still
longest
think
rookie
you're
in
the
the
new
league.
guy, but you've been with him longer than anybody else has been.
so
Right.
true.
I don't know if he's a rookie or a prospect at this point.
Yeah.
We haven't decided yet.
Still trying him out in AAA ball.
Yeah, you know.
That right there is my good buddy James, who plays guitar and writes a lot of the songs with me, and is a good friend.
Thank you. You too.
Despite what a lot of people may tell him that I say about him. And then also making his first interview appearance is the drumming sensation Patrick Cameron Brignac.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's usually what
full
happens
name.
when we get done playing a set. People come up to me and be like, "Yeah, man, you guys are all right, whatever. Man, y'all's drummer is so good."
Oh, yeah.
Go tell him that.
Yeah, well, no, keep telling them. I want to hear that story all the time. Repeat, baby.
What kind of music? How would y'all describe y'all's music?
Oh, well,
Best question.
I mean, each of y'all
ever
could give an
asked
answer,
about
honestly.
This
probably.
band.
well, I think honestly we started out as like a folk punk type band,
Obviously,
and then a lot of those players left the band, and it was hard to find replacements in this area. And
So folk punk being like banjos and all that shit.
banjos, pedal
Mandolins.
steel,
Upright
mandolin,
bass.
upright bass, yeah, and
Harmonica.
harmonicas, and we just were at a point where we were like, this shit is going to be impossible to replace.
Yeah.
Let's write rock and roll songs. And so we just wrote like more or less the songs that we kind of liked when we were starting out as the Ramblin' Boys, because the Ramblin' Boys basically started out as like a like one-time thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Really?
It was supposed to be a one-show deal.
What show was it?
Battle
Connect
of the
Dots
Bands?
or something like
It
that.
was
Oh, really?
South by Southeast.
Yeah, the C to
South by
D's thing,
South-
like around that same
South
by
time.
South-
They
yeah,
did it
South
back
by
room at the
Southeast.
Whiskey River.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, no
Yeah.
shit.
Well, actually,
before
our
that
show
was
was at the Tin Lounge.
Yeah,
That was the first show we played, and
we
it
played
was
one at that same one that he's
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about too.
Yeah, we did play back there. That was I think Connect the Dots.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Bobby and I were actually still in a band when Ramblin' Boys started.
Was
They
that the
played that.
airplanes, the red airplanes,
No,
or what was that?
Yeah. Well,
What was that band?
I always wanted to be in the Red Airplanes, but I was never in the Red Airplanes.
He's trying
I
to
was
make
in a
that
band.
money.
Yeah, they made a lot more money than the Roaring Twenties. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's right. It was
Yeah.
the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, we were the Fun Boys, the Roaring Twenties. We used to cover Face to Face and like Glassjaw and all
I
sorts
think
of
that's
weird
how
covers.
Pool and Bobby met,
Really?
and Ramblin' Boys kind of started was the face-to-face cover that we did.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, I didn't know y'all like that.
Nobody else plays Face to Face in Beaumont, and yeah, we met at Star Bar. We talked. They were doing the See the D's show, and Mike Molina was kind of part
Yeah,
of
he
it.
was part of the CDDs thing. It was like
He was like a
it was Molina. It was,
Yeah.
but it was mainly what's his name?
Joe and Adam.
Yeah, Desitel. Yeah.
Yeah. And Molina had asked, he was like, hey, will you do an acoustic set? And I can't do that by myself. So I got with my good buddy, Blake Roddy,
Yeah.
and he was going to play banjo. My other good buddy, Alan Rasco, was going to play guitar, and I was going to sing a couple of covers. And that's what we did. James ran sound for us that night. We got super drunk, and apparently people had a good time, and we're like, hey,
That
y'all
was
should
like-
play
that was the
another
Ramblin'
show.
Boys.
Yeah.
Really?
Y'all should play another show. And so
That was
We
Tin
started-
Lounge, you said?
Tin Lounge, yeah. And so we started playing more shows after that, and then the Roaring Twenties broke up. James was officially a Rambler after
Free
that,
agent.
and
It's
so
on the market.
we took things from there, and we started playing a lot more shows. So
Yeah. How many years ago was that? That was
10 years ago.
Is it 10?
10 years ago.
No
yeah,
way.
this is our
Yeah.
10-year anniversary. We're
We're
We're-
celebrating it tonight here with
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. Cheers.
what a
Hey,
treat!
cheers.
Cheers!
Exclusive.
Cheers! Yeah,
Cheers.
there we go.
Hey.
Yeah, we're in hopes that we can book a show this year where every single person that's been in the band can play the show, because there's been a
be
ton
badass.
of
There's no bad
Yeah.
blood, right?
no.
No.
Everyone gets
Everybody
along.
kind
Yeah.
of left at their own accord.
A-
It was
a
probably
lot
some
of it was-
bullshit at the time.
Yeah,
Right,
just
right,
people
right.
leaving, moving away, and
Yeah.
then people joining other bands. I mean, when we first started, it really wasn't like a full-time thing. So everybody was just kind of like, all right, well, I'll play whenever. Just as I think as long as like we had a guitarist, we were able to play.
Well,
It's like, all right, book it.
that's never changed though. I mean, no one's ever played guitar besides you, right?
Alan played.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had like
Alan-
alternate
Alan-
like, lead
Oh, okay.
players and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, there was a time where there was two.
Oh
You know.
yeah, you know what? That's right.
But-
I did forget about that.
I mean, they were doing their thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a long time since then.
Yeah. No, I mean it's
Long.
because there's like I think it was like a period, maybe in the last year, y'all kind of weren't doing much, and then it seems like I think was it this year was like the turn of the year y'all started working on like y'all just cranked out a bunch of music at one time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes. Beginning of this year, we started playing a lot more live shows and playing a lot of the new songs. We probably got like 10 to 12 new songs.
Yeah.
And that's all been since Tyler's been in the band, and that's kind of helped kickstart that writing process and get us going again.
Yeah, this is a good lineup for writing songs. We crank them out real quick.
Well, y'all just sit there and just yell at each other until you come up with something.
Yeah,
Or-
we're just like,
more or less.
That's basically what it is. Do that. Oh, that thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That,
Do
right there.
that beat on the drums thing you do. Just do it a
that
little
again.
faster.
I know, and I'm like barking stuff out that like sometimes everyone's like, which thing though? I just did 30.
Which
of them. And I'm
one?
like, I don't, that thing just play everything you just played again.
That first little diddly.
That was so awesome.
That's exactly how it goes.
Then trying to recreate it is another whole deal. You're like, wait,
Yeah, it's
what
like
the hell? What the
hardest
hell
thing,
was he
'cause
talking
then- 'cause
about?
You're pouring up at the practice, and then
Oh,
everybody's getting kind of swayed.
I mean,
having
it's
fun. And
It's
then,
a little bit of a different ordeal. It's because usually, like at practices and all that, we go through what all we have to kind of get started and get going. And then I think actually this is the first time us doing practices where we're not really worrying about writing songs because we're recording a new record. So it was like, okay, well, this is like, I was telling him when we were finishing up our tracks and stuff, I'm like, dude, this has been the best time of practicing where it's like, we don't have to think like, damn, we got to write down the fucking song.
well, y'all have like a thing now that y'all do.
No, it just kind of happened. I mean, he would have a guitar riff and he would just start playing it. And I'm also a guitar player too. So it was a lot easier for me to transition to be like, okay, I know where he's going, what he's doing. And yeah, I mean, it would just kind of slowly fall together. It's like he'd get his parts right where it'd be like, all right, this is the verse, this is the bridge, this chorus. And, Patrick's usually on point right then. And so then at the same time, I mean, Bobby's still there, but he's just
always
writing
there.
lyrics.
Yeah.
And so it comes together a lot quicker than...
We usually know when Bobby gives the thumbs up. When I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't really know if this is a verse or chorus, just kind
Yeah.
of something. It's cool,
Yeah.
and then he'll just be like, thumbs up. You know?
Thumbs
And I'll be
up.
like,
I've had enough.
And then he'll be quiet for like 5 minutes, and then he's just like...
That whole quiet
Hey.
time he's writing a verse
Yeah,
or
he'll
something.
be, or he
you
has
know?
a melody or
I
whatever.
think I got it all.
Yeah, and he'll be like,
What?
start it over again.
Well,
And then...
that seems like a good way to work because y'all are just kind of like jamming out, and then you're just sitting there, just kind of feeling it, like
Yeah.
whatever's coming to your head.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And I think kind of like what Tyler was saying is it's a lot more relaxed now. Like
Yeah.
when we were,
I mean, y'all been playing together for 3 years.
Mhm.
yeah. And James was probably in the band maybe a year or two into like the full existence. But once James had gotten in the band, we kind of had this pressure of like writing songs because we were basically a cover band when we first started. Like we were
Y'all were
just
doing like a bunch of like pop punk.
we
Well,
did.
it's like
yeah,
it
a lot
wasn't
of
just
folk-
the
a lot of
songs
pop
that we were
punk, folk
writing.
punk songs.
It was like the style of music too
And-
that we were
Yeah.
going for. It
Yeah.
was kind of tough.
None of us had ever been in a band like that
Your
before.
covers were at first were like drastically different from the originals, though.
Oh,
you
for
know?
sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Definitely tried to put a spin.
It's what made me
Yeah.
want to join the band.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever. I know y'all have done covers, but I don't think I know any of the originals of the covers that y'all do. So whenever I think of those songs, I just think Ramblin Boys. Like,
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome. Like we started hearing that too.
No,
Like we would play like a Tim Barry song, and people would be like, "Oh shit, that's the Ramblin' Boys."
Yeah.
We'd be like,
Fuck around and catch a lawsuit
thanks,
real quick.
But we always say shoulda, oughta.
What's that fun song you guys do that's originally by the Gaslight Anthem? What's that one?
Oh.
There's a couple that we did. I think.
I was trying to
Probably
think of the one.
Diamond Street Church.
Probably
Choir.
Diamond
That is it. Yeah, that's it.
I wanna
And
play that
remember
song
I
again, by the
heard-
way.
I heard it by Gaslight Anthem one time. And I was like, these fuckers stole their music.
They're ripping us
I
off.
was like, how did they know? Where'd that come from? Yeah.
For sure.
well, no, you always kind of had. You always played those. I mean, I know y'all had the style and the genre y'all are fitting into, but y'all would always play those songs at the shows because I was doing Sound of Tequila Rock, and that was like the heyday of not just y'all's band, but like a lot of
R.I.P.
music.
It was
in
the
area.
peak.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
for
I
sure.
mean,
for sure.
it was like the new Vortex kind of peak. You know?
Right, right.
I agree.
And like,
I
and like
agree.
y'all would play so many.
Shout out at the Christopher Garza episode. We talk about
Right.
that on that episode.
Right.
So.
Shout
But
out
it's
to
like
Christopher
y'all would always
Garza.
Yeah.
y'all would always play the music that like everybody was fucking in there and like into it and singing along and like it was always that kind of vibe and like not a lot of other musicians would do music that's probably more, I don't know, intellectual or whatever with their lyrics they want you to hear, but y'all would play songs that got people hyped up.
We just tried to play songs that I could remember the words to. So that's the main thing. We get so
that's why
drunk,
everybody in
but-
the audience remembered too. Yeah.
during that time period, like we
Oh
were
my
so
God.
drunk.
That was 50
You know,
Cent
like
Nights at Tequila Rock,
yeah.
man. Like
I mean, like we were insanely
So
drunk.
cold.
Being there
we
every
all
show.
we were all young enough to be able to handle it.
I remember a show that like if Bobby didn't have to sing at that specific moment and be up there was a chair right behind the mic stand, and he would just sit down and like have a 1,000-yard stare, and he would just be sitting there, and then when it come time, he'd just get back up, whoa, and then as soon as he stopped, he just went and sat back on that chair. I was like, Jesus.
That's a pretty good impression.
That was
dude,
solid.
that
Yeah. Yeah, like those were like awesome times, you know, and like some of those shows that I remember, we had a blast.
I don't know how we're not all fucking dead.
Yeah.
Exactly,
We
like
just don't
exactly.
remember.
Those were crazier times, man. I mean, playing with Werewolves and Purple and Hello Chief
how's
and
it
all
feel
those
to be like
people.
one of the only surviving bands from that era?
Man, it's crazy.
Like, cause y'all, I mean, honestly, like y'all are the only ones still like doing it. Like Hello Chief, and I mean, they're still
Hello
around,
Chief,
but
Ringo Death Star.
I mean, they're still doing
Jenny,
stuff. For
Jenny,
sure, but, yeah,
I mean, like
it's like everybody's doing their own thing, but it's like to still be in the same band.
Everybody's spread out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, life goes on.
Life
That's
goes
how it
on,
goes.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy to think about. Like, oh man, like last standing of
that era.
I wouldn't say OG, but
think
like
the
you know,
T-Rock
from
era?
that era.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think
y'all-
it's
it's
a
OG.
really like a personal question for everybody, you know,
Yeah.
because like for Tyler, it's like getting into playing music with a live band.
yeah, well, we're kind of leaving Tyler out. Like he's coming
Right.
into
Yeah.
that. Like,
For Patrick, it's been a long stint with one band,
Yeah.
and for Bobby and I, we've played in multiple bands. Like I look at my life as like I never anticipated stop playing music unless people just stop listening.
Right.
And
That's the key, though.
Probably get
to
the point.
continuing, you know, is to not just like give up. Like, oh, like we're not doing anything. We're not putting songs out like that.
I think it's probably. I mean, that's the best thing to take is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Just keep trying to write stuff and keep trying to keep playing shows. You know, it just keeps you wanting to go, go on and stuff like that.
There's a really weird problem too, because we're talking about that era.
He's saying talking to that. Mic.
Oh yeah.
So we're
My
talking
bad.
we're talking about that 2009 to like 2013 ish, that type of stuff.
Mhm.
There was so many bands back, and now it's like if y'all stop playing music, there would be no bands to see because
it's
like
so
well,
tough
it's like-
to find bands to play with right now.
Right.
Honestly,
Really?
like
it's like everyone in their early 20s now. Like right now,
They don't
none
play
of them
music.
play
They
music.
do
It's
art.
not cool to be
They
in a
do
band
art.
right
It's
now.
basically
Or
there's
that or the
there's a huge gap.
singer-songwriter.
It will come
deal.
back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cool being in a band right now.
We played with a band called Sweet Fighter at
Everybody's
the
starting
Alley
podcasts.
Theater, and they were great. But I don't know if they're like still going to be playing here. I know one of the guys said that he had lived away, and so I don't know if that was like a
young
full
fan
time
base
thing.
too.
They had a great
Yeah.
fan
Well,
base.
people still want to go to shows. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even if
Yeah.
it's not cool to be in a band, like people still want to go see their friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would think.
But you have to rely on like young people to continue to play music, or you're not going to have a music scene. You know,
Which is
Yeah.
where we're at. Right?
Or we got to play
Exactly.
like a 4-hour set or something.
I mean, the 3-hour
Which
sets
is-
at Thirsties are kind of fun though. You got
I love them
yeah.
more than
Love 'em.
anything. Honestly,
They're
livers
fun, but
don't.
after a while, it's like, God.
It'd be nice to play like a 60 to 90 minute set, right? Like that's what you would want. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's like perfect.
fuck. Like
I mean,
I
if
don't
you
know.
give me a solid
At
45
Thirsties-
minutes,
At Thirsties, I'll play for
Yeah.
6 hours. I love being at Thirsties.
Yeah, before we set up, he's
what the
just
breaks
like
are
doing
for,
like
though.
a jazz act.
Yeah. I do a little bit of
Sinatra?
spoken word before we
Ooh.
play most
yeah,
of
you
the
should
time.
do like
Spoken word.
no, I
Give
should
me
just go full Shatner.
Do
and
the
just,
trumpet.
Bobby's just gonna speak over the music.
I mean, we do have some
Pull up a
instruments
stool.
here. I don't know if we would get y'all to like actually do a. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
I mean,
we have
dude,
an
I'm
acoustic
for it.
bass. We have an acoustic
actually,
guitar.
we have all the
we have
instruments.
a cajon, or not a cajon, a djembe.
It's like a
djembe.
djembe. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll end it like that.
Yeah, that's
I,
all.
don't know, I mean, I know it's a big ass.
No, put the pressure on,
I mean-
please.
we didn't like. I didn't intend for y'all to do that because we've been talking about doing the smallish table performance.
Yeah, we want to blatantly do rip
rip off
offs.
the tiny
like
desk.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
smallish table concerts.
Smallest
yeah.
table performance.
Performance. Yeah, not even
Yeah,
concert.
not even
Yes.
concert. Yeah, it's all just different words.
Right.
Did you grab the Elijah Craig?
I did. I already have some in there. Yeah. Also, James brought all this whiskey.
Shout out to
He's
Gulf Spirit Society,
He's an
yeah.
enthusiast, you know.
And James.
Cheers.
Uncle James.
And
Uncle James.
They didn't buy these bottles for us.
we're gonna drink this gosh darn 130 proof Elijah Craig.
Yeah,
Cheers.
breathe that fire, baby.
Now, Aaron, right before the show, you were telling me you were part of a club.
A club? Oh my!
We don't
Group.
talk about that.
The group,
club.
yeah, the Gulf Coast Spirit Society, yeah.
And that's about ghosts.
We track down ghosts. Yeah.
You guys are
It's a-
ghosts.
It's a spirit society.
Early
I just wanted to
conspiracy
make sure
theories.
we touch back on that.
I was in outer space when y'all were talking about that. I didn't even think about the spirits aspect of it.
Oh, I laughed so hard.
It's like that's where all the past members of the Ramblin' Boys are.
Yeah.
That's why we're part of this.
Spirits Society.
Oh, no.
Dark turn,
It's a joke.
Tyler.
It's a
Dark
joke.
turn.
He's not on the reunion show. Bad blood.
All of a sudden, that bad blood crept back up, Aaron.
I've never seen 3 people play the same bass though. That would be pretty insane.
I'm just gonna sit at the bar. It's all good.
Oh damn!
I'm fucking with it.
Sad as fuck, bro.
I mean, what do you got to compete with?
You got to get out
You gotta
here.
compete with pool?
And D-Ray too.
So
that's right.
It's gonna be
That
wild,
was-
dude. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all should just have all of them. Have have
Three bases.
all the members at
bases.
one time.
No.
All the members at one time.
Dude. I mean,
Three
I'm all
bases.
about it.
Terrible.
I'm all about it.
Guitars.
There's 3 bass players. 3 guitarists, 2 banjos. We had a backup vocals, harmonica, and then myself.
Yeah, the guitarist thing is kind of weird because
Alan kind of alternated.
Well,
right?
you stayed basically like you're like the rhythm. You're
Well,
like the set
I
piece.
I mean, he's everything.
So
now.
I wasn't the original first guitar player, and I kind of came in on a whim to fill in for a show that was coming up. I happened to just show up to practice at a random day where I needed to.
That was
fill
like
a
my
void.
first practice, right? At the greenhouse.
Yeah,
That was like the first time
yeah.
I'd played with them, though.
Greenhouse.
And
Yeah.
so,
R.I.P.
So then, from that point, I have been in Ramblin' Boys ever since then. I had no intention. I was supposed to be a temporary member, but the point was we had a show that week, and I was like, listen, I know y'all got some of y'all's covers. I know some of those. I'm going to learn 6 of y'all's. Y'all learn 6 of mine, and then we've got a whole set. And then they did have a couple original songs, and Blake had written those songs. So I told Blake, I said, I'm not learning those original songs. You have to play those. So for our first couple of shows, when I was in the band, Blake was playing the original songs, and I would just step off, and just go to the bar and have a couple drinks, and then just come back and play the rest of the set.
All fucked up.
God, you were filling with an ultimatum. Damn.
So I'm not learning them.
No,
I'm
it would
not
just
gonna do
happen to randomly be that I was there for band practice because I would hang out with them while they practice and drink beers or whatever, and then they were like, "Hey, can you play this weekend?" I'm like, "Whoa, it's a Wednesday. Give me a second here." And I just happen to randomly have my guitar in my car, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll grab my guitar and let's figure this out real quick."
Yeah.
We played at Eagles Lodge or something, and
The Eagles Lodge in Port Neches.
It was like a benefit.
And then we played in at Whiskey River's back room.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that with or without me?
It wasn't with you.
I thought you've always been their drummer.
Well, there was like a time where they
You're that
played.
good.
They
You just,
no,
like, you just
yeah,
overshadowed the-
they didn't even notice who I was. No, there was like a time where they played just strings. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And Bobby
Yeah,
was playing
yeah.
the throat. You know what I'm saying? And but no,
That's
yeah,
right.
it was there was a little while before I was like in the picture, but yeah, you know, once I got in the picture, I was in it, baby.
I met Patrick when he was 18 years old, and he
Young.
had hair.
Yeah, I had a lot of
That's
hair,
how
too.
long ago
I've
this
seen
was.
a picture. I think the last time somebody showed me a Polaroid, and I never knew you had hair.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I had
Dude,
a
he had
He had a
Giant
fro.
I had
Yeah,
an
he had a
afro.
fro. I thought he was like the
I
coolest
can't even
dude.
remember that.
We
There
sold
was a time?
shoes together.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I've only known you as a bald man or a shaved man, I guess.
Jason Statham, baby.
That's it. That's it. Statham. All right,
Vin
so that,
Diesel.
that
Only,
was
only the
all
great
the past,
ball heads.
right? That was all the past. Like y'all got some cool shows that are happening now. Though, like the alleyway. Y'all have fun doing
Yeah,
that.
what's
That
up
was
with the
awesome.
alleyway?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was really
that was a
awesome.
great-
I'm
That's
really,
a great
I'm really
show.
like happy that the city is like stepping up a little bit and
Right.
trying to provide
For sure.
these venues and
There's
opportunities.
like a
I
big
agree.
Janice mural.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome.
So we weren't like the first gig out there. They apparently had
They've
like
done a couple,
They
yeah.
had a few out there.
The
and-
Ruxpins,
They
I
were
think,
doing
played the
they were
one
doing
before
secret
us.
shows where like you buy a ticket, they're not going to tell you who's going to be there until you get there.
Yeah.
See,
That's kinda
I
how they
honestly
started
thought
it.
that's how our show was going to be,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, shit, there might be a lot more people.
Damn. Called yourself out.
Yeah. Just
They're
don't
just
say the
upset.
Ramblin' Boys are
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Everybody will be there.
You're those kind of, you're
Be a
that kind of jock.
citywide event.
Yeah.
Oh, those boys are there? Nah.
So
That's
how
alright.
was it? It was pretty cool. Then?
Dude, it was awesome.
It was excellent.
Great.
Sound
The
was awesome.
The
It
city
was,
treated us amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
It's like the
best.
city's come a long way. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you remember like the skate park concerts they used to do, where you
Yeah.
just like whatever, you know.
We just did one.
We just did another one.
Yeah.
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 Went well.
And it was part of like the same people who were like
Good.
in the picture now with that, you know.
We're like kind of working with them. Like the break we're going to go into here in a minute is going to be like sponsored.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh, right on.
chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
In
Bum
fact,
events.
you're in a picture I have. The first time I ever took my daughter on stage, you're in the picture
You
of
were the
playing
sound
that
guy
show
at that show.
And
yeah,
what,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the
It was
skate
at the
park?
This is
skate
the
park.
skate park.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
yeah, I
is
did
probably 5 years ago.
What were you
Yeah.
running?
Yeah,
you were
dude.
running sound?
It
or
was.
something, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was before Tyler was
one of
even
my
in the band.
screensavers.
Damn.
It pops up, so you're
No
on my
shit.
screensavers.
What do I-
Zach.
how do I
Yeah.
look?
You look good, man.
Look young.
You look
Fantastic.
good. You look
Look
young.
young.
You look vibrant.
Before,
Everything looks
before
good,
my
man.
I think you
We're
look
all
younger
than
now.
And on that note, we're going to take a little break to chill out for the city of Beaumont.
Hi, this is Jake Hooker of Jake A. Hooker, and you're listening to A to Z Podcast. A to Z Podcast is funded in part by our patrons on Patreon. If you would like to support us, head over to patreon.com/A2ZBMT.
All right, now is the break portion where we chill out for whoever gives us money, honestly. And on September 28th, we're going to have Salsa at the Lake again at the Event Center. Doors are going to be at 5. They're going to have a band at 6. Admission is free, and salsa dancing lessons will be given by Tiffany Barnaby and BJ Martinez starting at 5:15. Food will be available for purchase by the Taste of Texas Tex-Mex Barbecue.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
I like
live
that.
music from Grupo Batacha will begin after 6, and beer, wine, and margaritas are also available for purchase.
Dude, that sounds like a great time.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, if I didn't have a crippling anxiety of dancing, I would go check that out. Also, this week kicks off A to Z Movie Nights. The sequel is better than the original series, so, you know, that's our sister channel over there. Go check us out. We just have a good
dropping on Friday.
on Friday, and we just
got
have
4 of them
we
coming.
have a
at you.
great time. That's a great series. And if you don't agree with the ones we picked, then argue with us.
Yeah,
I
please.
dare you. I dare you to
I
argue.
dare you.
Because we are definitive.
Definitive.
We are the authority.
Oh, we got another tier list coming at you too. So.
Yeah, we do.
Let's get back to the episode with the Ramblin' Boys.
Yeah,
you
but
can put whatever
snap
you want.
whatever you want.
But
to.
you'll save a turtle's life, man.
You can build your own
Save the
six-pack
whales,
with them,
man.
too. But they shake your beer up whenever you first get them.
Yeah, the cost.
Stable.
Caleb
It'd be like that.
Caleb got me cutting every one of those up every time now. To just
cut-
get
I
the
got
old
one up
school
the other day.
plastic.
The old
I
ones?
just- I
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
every single
Oh,
one because
yeah, I do
Caleb
it
did.
all
You
the
know,
time, too.
I never used to think about it. Then Caleb lived with me, and I was like,
I did
Touche.
second nature.
As the Birdman, I highly recommend that you guys do that. Yeah.
How did you get that nickname? How did you get that?
How did I get the nickname?
Like we got
Actually, I kind of want to know about that
Bobby
too.
Parrot, and then we got Baby James. Like, what are we?
Yeah, as far as nicknames
"So you talking
go,
about baby birds over here?"
God, I couldn't remember. It was probably middle school, high school.
Straighten the mic.
We
I
had,
can't see, so you know.
Blind.
Yeah, shit. Probably.
So that's some high school shit.
Yeah, probably
last
like
name,
middle
Parrot.
school. Like
Do
I
you-
think a buddy of
Oh,
mine
your last
was
name
like,
is Parrot.
yeah,
I
he
thought
was
that- I
like
thought that was
Parrot. He's
I-
like the Birdman.
I didn't
And
know that was actually your last name.
Just went with it. Oh, it's a real thing.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
his stage
actually,
name.
Without
He didn't
without-
listen to the intro.
Look,
His real last name
You're
was,
on
was
his
Michaelowitz.
You're
We
in
had
the
a-
front of his
yeah.
phone. You don't
Without-
even know his name.
without copying my debit card information, I have a parrot as my actual debit card.
Oh, yeah.
It's a scarlet macaw. It's not a parrot.
It's what?
That's not a parrot.
What?
It's a scarlet macaw. That's different. It's not-
Oh, whatever.
He had somebody on this podcast that told him that, too.
That, yeah.
And you're telling a primetime bird watching fool, man.
Jack Hansen's birds over
You done
He's
here.
seen
blew
all the
him
David
away.
I would have sworn that was a parrot,
He's
too,
seen the
Bobby.
David
It looks like a parrot.
It's
And
the
that-
closest
that
That
thing
looks
that
like one of
Mobile
those
Oil
shit
could
talking
get to a
parrots,
parrot.
man.
You would go with it if your last name was Parrot. That's why I went with it, okay?
Hey, what was
We
that
both
movie?
had a laugh.
What was that movie with the guy from Monk? What was
The
it? Was
guy
the parrot
from
movie?
Monk?
The
Men in
parrot
Ghost?
movie.
Men in
The
Black?
parrot movie.
13 Ghosts?
Not y'all, David.
Polly?
Everyone. Polly.
Oh, yeah, Polly.
Shit. Polly, thank you.
That was one of the
Birdman.
early. It was one of the early Talking Animals movies.
Oh yeah,
It really was.
Yeah.
It was like when Babe came out.
oh,
Babe
yeah.
just shit all on that movie. Everybody was like,
Hey,
"Talking bird, that's not
the same
that's
director.
not cool.
The
That's
same
normal."
director that did Babe did Mad Max.
Yeah,
The
The
new
creator
one
of Mad Max
or
did
the
Babe.
original Mad Max?
No, like
all
like
of them,
all of
all
them.
Mad Max.
Oh, okay.
all
So
of
it's the same director.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
It's wild, right?
Yeah,
He's
that's-
like, we're about to release the
He had
most
kids.
extreme pig
movie.
talking movie.
No, dude, that's what having kids does.
He had
I mean,
kids,
you,
yeah.
you start making kids movies.
Or Mel
Yeah.
Gibson's just get busy.
How'd you
Yeah.
get Baby J? Where'd Baby J come from?
Honestly, it just came one day out of my buddy Mike O'Prize's mouth. I think he was just kind of hungover, and he was just like, Baby J, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
Baby
what'd
J?
you just call me? And he was like, Baby J, I don't know. Obviously, I was younger than all of my friends at the time.
Super young looking.
Baby
Yeah,
J.
See, he used to be the original Patrick. He used to be the baby of the group
yeah.
until I came along.
Yeah.
And then Tyler came
But I was
along.
like, y'all ain't calling me Baby P. What the hell is that shit?
Until
Y'all
I
need
was
to
in
chill,
the
baby.
Roaring 20s, I was always the youngest person in my band.
Around, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look to kick this off. Like I decided I wanted to do like one last like serious question.
Before we just get wild.
and I have
before it
some-
goes downhill.
I have some lyrics, and I want to some of Ramblin Boys lyrics, and I want to read them
Oh,
back, and I
very
just want to get y'all's
elaborate
interpretation
on
on
Oh, shit.
them.
What is it?
All right.
Well, I think
Is that it? I think you got a couple more to
I
go.
think,
not
I
all
think
right.
that, I think that
I was
goes
gonna say
back
all right.
deep to.
You didn't do enough.
You know, yeah. Those.
We're still mid-set with that.
Yeah. So when we were
you forgot about the audience participation, all rights.
Yeah.
That's what I
So
said.
yeah. So like when we were first starting out, we didn't give a shit about these songs. Honestly, we were just like,
my
hey,
God.
we're getting paid, to be drunk.
I wasn't in the band.
Honestly, like we were just like, hey, everyone keeps paying us to drink
Hey,
at their
recite
bar.
that "All I Want Is the Money" song.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we wrote a song
All
about
that shit was ridiculous, And we were just like, all right, well, it's working because they keep booking us, and we're drinking, and nobody's like losing money out
And
of
the
this
people
situation.
love it.
As long as we can keep playing these covers, and people are like, hey, write some real songs. We'll write these little dumbass songs, to like keep those dummies at bay, so that we could like keep playing the money making songs, so we could keep drinking. Basically, that's where those lyrics came from.
Okay.
So all right is basically that is
all right.
Give us
keep
some money.
giving
We're
us money.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next
All
one is
right.
I was the last one standing on the front porch again. I was the last one standing.
Now, that is a throwback to when we used to party over at the Hazel House, which was owned or, taken care of by our buddy Mike.
That's the greenhouse, right?
No, that's
Hazel House.
before.
The greenhouse.
This is
the
before
greenhouse
the
was after.
greenhouse.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
There's a
Wait.
distinct lyric in that song that gives it away because it says, "Where the fuck are the kids from Hazel that I used to know?"
Because basically all our friends that lived there had moved away.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Are
and
you
so like
talking
it was honestly like when we
Talking about the
wrote
one
that
that
song, it was kind
Mike's
of like
girlfriend used to live at.
I don't know if you want to bring that up.
There was a
No,
lot of
I'm-
people's girlfriends that were
I'm not-
probably there at one time.
We ain't responsible.
I'm not
But
saying
we ain't saying no
we're not
names.
involved in
saying
that
no names.
episode.
Just
You
like,
guys
you know.
got to take us off.
You got to bring Mike O on for that one.
We didn't live there.
Yeah, no, like I think at a time like when we were kind of writing that, like that was one we kind of took seriously, where it was like shit, like we used to hang out every night and hang out with our buddies, and all our friends moved away, and it's hard to hang out. It's hard to like really keep together because we had all moved away and did different things, but like our hubs of hanging out. Which,
Yeah.
like, I mean, we would go to bars, but like the
Well,
real
it's that whole
party
idea
was,
of like standing on the front porch,
hanging
talking
out
to
on the front
people,
porch,
staying up a lot later than you
smoking a
should.
dozen cigarettes, and
There was a lot less
Yeah.
bars back then, too.
Was there?
Yeah.
I think
I
there
don't
was
know, a lot
the
less
same
cool
amount
bars?
of bars.
Pacesetter wasn't bar local yet.
Thirsties
I
was
don't
still
know.
Thirsties, but it wasn't the Thirsties that we knew.
It
today.
was
Yeah.
That's
not.
true.
Right.
I think it was just a throwback to, when you're growing up and you're hanging out with a hub of your friends, and
All
then
night long.
everyone starts to move off. You try to reconnect of, that
It's-
one
it's a-
spot that you were always met
It's also
up at.
it's also
It's
the
like
feeling.
every
sad,
weekend.
You know, it's like
No,
grow-
it is.
It's growing
It's
up.
also-
weekend
You know,
we
you
were at
see
the
your
Hazel
buddies
house.
grow up and move away because a lot of my friends that lived there were older than me, and so it was seeing them kind of one by one like grow up and move off, and it was like, well, shit, like this is happening to them. Like
It's also that feeling at the
uh-oh.
end of the night whenever everybody else has gone to bed, and gone
Exactly.
home, and you're just still sitting.
Or you're
there.
left alone.
You're still like,
Hey,
I got
ask
that
James
fire,
about
baby.
that feeling at the end of the night when like people are trying to go home.
It's like you
and-
don't want to try my Four Roses.
Hey, you want to drink like
James is
10
like,
bottles
hold
of
up, hold up,
bourbon?
the sun's not up. We could keep talking.
But as soon as it comes out, it scares me. I'm like, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get out of
I think
my
it's
house
the birds.
right
Okay,
now.
I got one last one, and that one kind of threw me off. But okay, so the last lyric is
That went way
whoa,
too deep.
Whoa, oh, whoa, whoa.
Isn't that against
That's
me?
a cover song.
Is it really?
Actually, yeah.
Like
you
going
know, but-
back to the first half. That's
Yeah.
That's a
Say,
cover song. But if I could go back and think about what they were going through with that one,
Boy,
Who
it'd be
knows?
a treat to know where they were at.
Man.
Easy Money, hits. I don't know.
Can't figure out lyrics to the song, so
Simple choruses because we're too drunk.
I think. I mean, we play that. That's an Against Me song,
Is
by the
it?
way.
No
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a song called "Sing Florida Sing." That's kind of a band that always ties back into the Ramblin' Boys. Is Against Me,
Really?
even with our newer stuff, like when we played in College Station.
Well, I think Against Me is like the last, like of those pop punk kind of bands that I still kind of like because they're a little heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit
And-
more aggressive.
And I think that that's probably, if you were to pick out a few bands that people would have to say, hey, what do you guys sound like? Everyone would be like, that's like Against Me mixed with blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like that's
The-
always kind of the one
Yeah.
that
The
people...
the common thing we get is Against Me, and then we get the people that have heard Lucero.
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely. Yeah.
Those are the
Lucero.
two.
Lucero's so much more depressing. though.
Exactly, man.
The
but
far
I love
and few
They're
between.
so
Lucero.
depressing.
That's like
I
one
love
of my
them, but they're
favorite
so
bands.
depressing.
Oh, sorry,
Man,
James.
we once had this dude tell us that we sounded like Rick James, and I was just like, "You're
What?
full of shit,
Go on.
dude."
You on acid?
Go on.
No, I'm full of shit.
No, I'm
Rick James, huh?
Be
No,
tight if
actually,
they did, though.
surprisingly, because the first person I met out of the band was Bobby.
It's a cool guy.
Because
What was your first impression?
Oh, he was a cool
Look
guy.
at them
I mean,
Gucci
I
slip-ons.
like
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Damn.
Are
yeah.
those Gucci's?
Hey, Tyler hated me when he first met me.
Let's
Thought
not
I
get
was an
into that.
asshole.
But no, Bobby worked at one store in Parkdale Mall, and I worked at another one, and we shared the same cigarette breaks together.
We
Great.
tell y'all, but they're not endorsing the show, so y'all pay up and we'll talk.
And I got fired from
I'm
that
trying
place.
to be
I got
professional.
fired from that place. Fuck that place.
I'm trying to be professional, damn it. But
I like it, Tyler.
yeah,
You'll have
that
the
was the
same
deal.
smoke
I
breaks?
walked out.
That's the best way to join a band.
Yeah.
Is to like, I just met this guy on my
No,
smoke
I-
break.
How'd you get in the band?
he
Common
was doing
out, and he seems
No, yeah,
cool.
oh,
I gotta go.
We had the same
He said he's
brand,
got a
like-
dude in the back.
Yeah, I walked out and I was wearing an Against Me t-shirt, and I already knew he
Yeah.
already played in Ramblers and all that, and he was like, dude, I really dig your shirt, and I'm like, I never met a person that's a fan of this band, except for one friend of mine that we
I didn't
actually
say that. I've met many fans.
I haven't. But me
What
and,
an
him
asshole.
have, me and him have a little bit of an age difference, so
How many times? I mean, that's something to say though. Is like people wear band shirts because they love the bands, but they also it's almost like kind of a flag.
Now,
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's kind of like
Oh,
you're
dude.
hoping that like somebody says, "Dude, like word up."
Now
look
it's
at this,
so
dude.
big.
Well, no, I mean it kind of. Yeah, you got that at the show the other night. Shut up. He's dead now. No, but it's like I mean I wonder how many people have joined bands like throughout the years because they met a guy that was wearing the same like a band shirt. That they
Some of my
Most
best
them.
friends.
Thousands.
That's
Yeah.
been most of them, right?
That's definitely how metal bands start.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
that's
Because
definitely-
they're the only ones that can read
That's
the
definitely
script,
that.
right?
And they don't
You're
even
so
they don't
right.
even like show their cards. They'll see him one day in like an Iron Maiden shirt. They'll be like, all right, classic.
They're
cool.
like,
I'm
dude,
just-
is that a Cannibal
I'm in.
Corpse shirt?
Yeah, I'll keep that back in the back of my mind, and then all of a sudden it's like Cannibal Corpse. They're like,
It's like,
all right,
okay.
he runs the gamut.
You're 100% right.
What's up?
Like,
Start a band?
when you wear a band shirt, you're making a statement.
Yeah.
Because you're like, first of all, I'm not embarrassed about this band at all.
Yeah.
And then
I love them.
I want other people that like this band to come up to me and be like, badass shirt, bro. And you're like, hell yeah, man. And you just like walk away. Or sometimes they might be your best friend after that. Maybe not.
Yeah.
They might start a band with
Mostly
you.
what happens is somebody says, "What band is that?" And you say, "It's this cool band that I kind of like," and they're like, "Okay." And
They
then
don't
walk
even
off.
say what band is that. They say, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What is your shirt? What's your shirt say? It says Budos band. He's like,
Yeah.
"What is that?" It's like, "Oh, it's just a band. It's like Black Sabbath with horns."
It's like
But-
funk, baby. You can't get with it. Get out of here.
It's like Rick James. Ain't you heard?
You know what we're about.
We sound just like Rick James.
Does that sound like the Commodores? Ain't you been to a show? Get out of here.
Hey, when Tyler plays bass, he looks just like Rick James, dude.
Really?
What do you mean, sweaty?
wide-eyed and scared, just like
Yeah.
Looking like he might catch a super freak, baby.
That's just all the drugs I do. It's
It
all
looks
good.
like when the ribs are just right.
Yeah,
Oh
you know.
my God.
When they shift.
I ain't eating your ribs. They don't look like this. They don't look like Rick James' face. Okay, so bringing it back.
We're going to get off topic, man.
Executive producer,
Bring it
I'm
back,
honing
bring
it
it
in.
Do y'all have any?
I'm sorry, we're meme kings.
Do y'all have any road stories?
Oh, my God.
Oh man.
See, I
There's
like
a
that.
lot.
Patrick was so
Hey.
hyped up about the road stories, but I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nah,
it's just
hey,
either I
look,
just
He
try
just
to
wants to throw me under the bus.
All
We've
of
had-
the road stories I'm involved in, I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
because they are kind of gross. Nothing like in
Gross.
like a sexual way, but I'm usually shitting in something, and I don't want to talk about it.
Shitting in
Not
something.
tonight.
What
Never
the
did.
It's a
fuck?
bag it. You bag it.
It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You gotta bag
that's
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
go in the bag.
He just always would do that back in the day.
It's like, dude, there's a
Who,
convenience
Bobby?
store
I
right
said
there.
I don't want
Bobby?
to talk
Yeah,
about it.
Bobby
Let's
would.
go on with something else.
Bobby would get
End of
nasty.
the interview.
See,
Next question.
the best thing is with Ramblin' Boys, we're a lot older in this band than
You have a lot more to
previous
lose.
bands.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more to lose, and also we don't really do too much dumb.
No,
I mean,
not
we get
anymore.
drunk.
No, we're talking about old shit. We're
Yeah,
talking
old
about
shit.
old shit.
I
Wow.
mean, fun times.
We
Man, honestly, one of the best times
Put the
that
van on the line, baby.
I've
the
ever
van on the
had was when we played Nacogdoches.
What?
God.
You
This
wait,
isn't our
wait,
band,
Wait,
though.
how do you even play in Nacogdoches? Everything closes at midnight.
Bullfrogs, baby.
Piggly Wiggly.
I couldn't tell
They
you where
played
we
the
played
Piggly
at, but apparently James knows.
I think it still
played
exists.
the
I think it's the
Piggly
only
Wiggly
place in
parking lot?
Nacogdoches.
Man,
But there's a
if-
Piggly
Everything
Wiggly
that ever
in
existed in
Nacogdoches?
Nacogdoches still exists because it's in a swamp and it's just
Dude, for real,
man.
there's nothing else out there.
I
I wish
had a-
Beaumont had a Piggly Wiggly and they sold
I think
liquor at
road
it.
stories
They'd
are.
kill, dude.
I think
For
road
real.
stories are where they belong, on the road.
On the road.
On the road.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Okay, what about the new album then?
Okay, we can do that
It's
one.
tight.
we can do that. So
Bunch of
I believe we
pansies.
have. Yeah,
Hey.
I know, man. Look, I
They
mean,
don't wanna
I-
hear it.
You gotta go back
hey,
to-
exactly like.
How about I
Wives.
tell him about my recent
It's not
ordeal?
even that.
Which one?
What do you have?
Which
That-
one?
that-
Oh,
the alleyway show.
Sorry, I got a solo album dropping.
are we gonna?
Let's talk
about my
no.
solo.
No, I
record.
don't know. But no,
It's
I'm
called Young
talking
Tyler?
about.
Yeah, Tyler's got a solo
my
album
last-
coming out.
It's not really a road story because it's.
It was in Beaumont. So
It's in Beaumont.
We had to go on the road to get to the show.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we
Yeah,
took
we
that
drove,
road.
so I guess it counts.
There's a
right?
road involved.
Can't
Wait,
teleport.
which show are we talking about?
We
The
came all the
alleyway.
way down
Okay,
Calder,
oh.
baby.
So what happened
So
to you in the alley?
we.
That already
How
sounds
long
bad.
did we play for that show?
Like
Too long.
2 damn hours. Something
Too
crazy.
damn-
All right, about 2 damn hours.
I think it was like an hour and a
Well-
half. Damn near 2 hours if you round that shit up.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about the encore?
Yeah, talking about the encore.
Oh yeah. yeah.
This is good. If Tyler
so
can tell
bad.
it good, then
This
it'll
is
be
the
good.
only one that it sucks, but I feel way better
Is this
talking
the-
about.
Yeah, do that.
We played a show for so long, and we decided it's like, well, we're gonna go off and we're gonna do an encore, like at the end of the
I have
show.
a question about encores.
Tell them where we
Can't
went
wait.
for the
At the-
encore. Tell them where exactly we went. Off of stage.
In front of stage? Did you
Off
go
Off
in
the
front
stage,
Off the
I
stage.
ran to the bathroom.
We
Is
went
that-
down. You know,
They
city
kind of
gave
hook
us
us up.
the downstairs dressing room.
No, because there's
to,
a door that goes into the backstage area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and that
Yeah.
goes right to the. Okay.
Yeah. So it was all kind of agreed that we're all going to, break off after this one song and then take a little break. Somebody go smoke a cigarette or do whatever, grab another beer, whatever. And then,
or 5.
or 5. I decided, I was like,
Keep
dude,
saying no.
I really have to use the bathroom. So only bathroom, I was like, I got to run down like a flight of stairs to go to the bathroom.
R.I.P.
And Oh yeah.
Don't stop because of
No,
me.
it's good.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
good.
you
Tyler,
Tyler, keep
edited
it
this shit
up.
Oh no,
Baby.
Tyler, we're
Like-
letting you have your moments. You got to shine, baby.
Shine, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Rick James.
I finally got a microphone. My bad. I run downstairs, go to the bathroom, and then, well, I'm doing,
We decided
Peeing.
it was too long. It's time to get back on stage
I
before
can
everyone
hear
leaves.
Bobby up on the stage, like talking on the microphone. I can
Hey,
hear.
where y'all motherfuckers at?
They're all on stage.
Okay.
It's
First
over.
of all, an encore should not last like more than 5 minutes, and I feel like these guys were like taking too much time. And
Wait,
I
the
was
break-
like, hey,
the break
yo,
period?
we got.
They're like, y'all done. Y'all
Yeah,
stop.
exactly. The little break. I was like, yo, we got to keep playing. Like, we got to keep playing. Get back out here.
So,
I'm
Tyler,
not
what did you
fucking
do?
around
Hey,
with
Bobby,
you guys.
Bobby.
So,
So-
Tyler, what did you
Hey,
do?
wait.
Did Beck do an encore?
Beck did an
How
encore.
long was his break?
You know what? His break was maybe 5 minutes, but you know what? You know what his encore was?
What?
It was
What
20
he got?
minutes of introducing his band, and then he played "Where It's At" again.
Oh, good.
He got y'all's
played it
ass.
in the middle of the set
Hey.
and then closed
How'd
with it.
y'all
What
let
the
him do
fuck?
that?
Hold
Who
on.
does that?
We
How'd
got
y'all
to go
let him
back
do
to
it?
this encore because
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'd
let's
have been
go back,
like,
go back, go back.
Uh-uh,
back.
no,
Tyler,
Beck.
if
you
you
gotta
can't,
run that
if
back.
you can't get this story to perfection, then we're gonna cut you off.
No, okay,
I know, it's all right. I mean,
Cut
y'all can cut me off because
Hey,
I really
no,
hate
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
No, we're
it.
going
Tyler.
back. We're going back.
Tyler, you're waiting on us on the encore.
Because we want to hear his perspective,
Yeah,
and then we're going to tell y'all what really happened.
The encore, Tyler.
No, I don't.
Tyler.
wanna
So
hear
you're
that
like
part.
taking a piss, right? That's what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. And so I hear it. I start running.
Hold on.
James,
I got
if you don't let him talk.
One quick interjection. He went to smoke a cigarette, then he went to pee.
It's
okay.
outside.
Yeah.
He smoked it.
You can smoke
In the
anytime.
basement.
Yeah, but he smoked a cigarette, then peed, so that's why he's
I'm
delayed
with
reaction.
you, Zach. I'm with
Continue.
you.
All right. So there's a second part to that. Or I mean, he added
Where are we
part to
at
it.
in the story?
But yeah, man. Basically, what it was is that I knew that they were on stage and ready to go, and I'm hauling ass to jump back up on stage. Yeah, don't do that because I fell really hard.
So there's an
hard.
incline
So did you,
to
like,
the stage.
face- yeah.
There's an incline, and it's all
yeah.
cement. It's
Yeah.
poured. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
They have a ramp?
That
Yeah.
shit's solid.
No,
yeah.
Did they build a permanent stage back there?
No, it was like
No,
a
but like
put-together
going up
stage.
into the
Yeah.
alleyway, it's like a slope, but
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
painted black.
Yeah, yeah,
So
And-
it looks like it just goes.
Oh, no.
Bro, he
Dude,
ate it.
It was
He-
a hard
All right,
tumble.
You still got the
He-
scars?
He's got
Show
that
'em. Come on,
raspberry
bro.
to tell the
Let me see.
story.
Let me see it. Pull that shirt up,
Yeah.
Daddy.
This
Oh.
one's fine.
Yeah.
That's 2
Oh, you hit
weeks.
your hip bone.
Yes.
You hit so hard you hit your hip bone.
Patrick
Dude.
told
Oh, it
him,
gets
don't
That's
better.
a fall.
Hey,
That's- you
Patrick told
bo-
him,
you
don't
got
ever,
bodied.
don't ever fall in
Oh,
public
dang,
like
you got
that.
fucked up?
Oh, you got.
Look.
Una mas.
Oh, wait. What?
Look.
Uh-oh.
He's
let me
gonna
see
show
that
you.
butt.
You don't want to
Oh,
see
no,
that.
Let's see that butt.
I got skinny jeans on. I can't.
Take
Oh,
them
no.
motherfuckers off. I want to see
Yeah.
it.
Take them off. I
shits
want to
off.
see it.
Hey,
wanna see
Hey,
it.
the people
Patrick-
can't see. They can only hear your naked behind.
Patrick,
in
this one's
room.
on a
the
video
best
cast.
response to
Holy
it, which
shit.
was, don't ever fall like that in public again.
Yeah, working on it.
That hard. He fell hard,
Wait.
dude.
Everybody
Hold
was
up.
on stage. Everybody was on
Look,
stage, like
look.
looking at
Yeah,
you. Like,
look,
well,
and you
look.
just went wham.
Well,
Look,
no.
we're all walking onto stage, all
Bro, he
looking
fell so
like
hard.
walking up there.
I
all
felt
I
like
hear is,
right
cool.
before
The coolest moment
anybody
of your
could
life.
see
Turn
me.
People
around.
are like, yeah. Oh.
dude,
Yeah.
nobody saw but
Oh, good.
us.
Thank God.
We
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
even see. We heard it.
But y'all heard it.
Oh,
I turned around and he was picking himself up. I was like,
Wait, what did
oh
it sound
my
like?
God.
I
he
thought
did
the
not
bottom
just
of the
fall.
Jefferson Theater just dropped out.
That shit was so loud.
Man, he only weighs like 120.
Dude, he smacked
like
off
they
that
just
shit.
did,
though.
like they just demoed the Astrodome. Like, boom.
Boom.
Oh my
R.I.P.
God. The bottom dropped out.
But you know what? You know what? Tyler got
And he
right the
slapped the
fuck up
concrete,
and
too.
he said,
Did you play it?
he
Yeah.
got
No,
right
no,
on
no.
his shit.
Well,
He came back
when
and
I
played
talked
Mother.
to
Boys built to last.
no, sorry,
Straight up.
Oh my
because
God.
I'm a regular smoker. You know, I don't do the vape bullshit or
You
whatever.
don't have to
you're
call
And
out
so-
your
Here we
demons.
come.
I had to ask like the
Old
lady that
school.
worked for Beaumont, just being like, "Hey, is it okay if I smoke up here or not?" And then before we played, she said, "No, I don't really know about that. So you should just
In the alleyway.
yeah, right."
Of Jefferson.
alley.
yeah, but you know,
The
I don't.
alleyway.
I don't want to piss anybody off.
Yeah,
and
See,
say,
we
no,
already
no, you
had
did the right
one
thing.
run in
You did the
with
right
the
thing.
city.
and yeah,
What?
He should have just done what he
and
was
then
supposed
when
to do.
right when I
not
fell,
fall.
I got up on stage, I grabbed my bass, and the sound guy was right there,
It was
And
like, you fell.
He said it. He did say that shit. I said, "Oh my God, we're about to fuck with you all night about this."
Take my drink tickets.
And then I went up to the sound guy, and I'm like, "Hey," I was like, "Is anybody going to give me any shit if I'm going to
fall again?"
Well, no. Well, yeah, probably. But
it's like you're a liability.
But like if I smoke a cigarette on stage, and he goes, "Dude." He goes, after the fall you took and you just picked it up, you just got straight
He
the fuck
got
back
right
up.
the fuck up and got onto the stage, and we started and we played
and
the
he's
fucking
like,
rest of the
anybody
show.
that says anything, he's like, I'm going to tell him to fuck off. And I'm like, perfect. So I lit a cigarette.
Tell my band.
I told them, I'm
band.
like, hey.
Oh, shit.
I was like, play the next fucking song. I'm going to really try not to think about it.
Man, just like,
Dude, I know he wanted to, but he was like, we got to start. He was running. He got a running start and fell. So that's why it was so loud.
I seriously,
and I was like, damn, Tyler's hustling.
So fucking bad.
It probably echoed through the mics, and like the PA system blasted the sound of your hips smacking the side of the
I
concrete.
underestimated the sound. I mean, the fall, because I was just like, dude, get up. We got to play, you know?
He probably.
I turned around and I was like, what was
I'm like
that noise?
cursing
And
my
I looked down and
ancestors
I
right
see
now.
Tyler.
Like, God
Holy
damn it.
shit, you fell. That's what that noise was.
He felt so
Let's
hard.
go.
He felt so hard. The city like checked their insurance premiums. They were like pulling up.
Oh,
their
he was
fingers.
hurt.
All right. I was all good.
He
was
single-handedly canceled the Alley series because they were like, we don't have the insurance for this.
He smacked the ground so hard, Motiva down the streets thought we're gonna have a new oil boom. That's just
Ocean's about to give us a call right now.
St. Arnold's like, we're not sponsoring any more events.
That's
By
kinda
the way, I will tell you this. St. Arnold's not a sponsor of the show, but they should be. But
yes,
the city and St. Arnold treat us very well.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. We got
Wait,
all
wait,
sorts of
just
things.
So
beers.
many
Nah,
free
Bro,
beers.
let me ask you a
Yeah.
question right now. So if St. Arnold's treating you so good, then what's up with the Modelo shit? Why are you trying to get sponsored
Well,
by Modelo?
listen, I'll tell
Actually,
you.
it's not
One
just the
state at a
Modelo.
time, baby.
I'm just saying, dude.
James, tell me about the contract
One
dispute
country
we
at
got
a
going
time.
on right now.
It's all Anheuser-Busch.
Tell me about the contract dispute we got going on.
Oh, well, I've got lots of friends that are in the beer industry that I don't want to offend because I want all of their sponsorships.
as
So,
many. Yeah, as many.
So we're going to start by saying we
I'll-
love you all.
we love you all, but we especially love Del Papa because they
Shouts out to Del Papa.
Oh,
Shouts
yeah.
out to
Oh, yeah.
They always
out,
supply us with our favorite beers. But whoever distributes the claw, throw
Sorry.
them
Talk
away.
to you, too.
we
Where
love
are y'all
claws.
at? Hey,
We love
we're
claws.
open negotiations
There's no
right now.
claw here tonight, but
We
there
were
ain't no
talking
claw.
with Sweetwater about getting sponsored. Sweetwater's done moved on.
Yeah,
We're
send-
done
hey,
with
send
them.
us some.
Yeah, we moved on from Sweetwater.
Hey,
I
it
don't
ain't no
drink
flaw
that
when you
anymore.
choose a claw. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, dude. You know, I mean, shoot.
Thank God.
I'm strictly
You know what I'm saying?
clawing.
I know. I mean, I go in raw when I be
Did you do
drinking
that,
the
Elijah
claw.
Craig?
Dude, you might
know what I'm
wind up
saying?
in somebody's jaw on a
Burn a hole.
Might
claw.
wind up in your jaw if you get on that claw.
Oh, we're
You
so
don't sip
silly.
it out the straw when you drink it on the claw, bro.
What about this
Hell
new
no.
record though? Oh my
new
god, that
record.
shit.
Oh,
that-
yeah,
yeah, I
James,
forgot
look,
about that.
James,
The
you can
new
take that.
record.
Come
We're
on,
making
here,
a new
take
record.
that. No.
Yeah, here.
You take that outside.
Patrick,
Hey,
Patrick,
pass
give
me
me
that
some
shit
of that.
outside.
I think-
What
I think-
is that?
Pass me that pure white, bro.
What
I'm
is
gonna get some
that?
of
How
that.
much
I'm gonna get some of that.
131.4 proof.
Yeah, dude.
For those of you
Elijah
listening,
Craig.
we are just
God
passing
damn, you
around
poured
the
it up,
bottles.
too.
Man,
2 years ago is
what's
Whiskey of
wrong
the Year.
with
I'm gonna
you?
finish it.
You're supposed to sip.
You're supposed
Hey,
to sip
Elijah
it. What?
Craig really sounds like it should be like the leader of the like children's
The
porn.
Rebellion.
Or
Oh,
something.
she was on that show on Fox.
Who? What? That's Jedediah, man.
Elijah.
I'm
No, it
just
starts,
saying.
no, it starts with an M.
Mordecai.
Malachi.
Yeah, that's
Malachi.
Mordecai.
It's Mordecai.
Mordecai.
With his old ugly
That's
ass.
crazy ass.
Crazy ass. Killing the,
So new
killing the
record.
adults.
yeah,
Never mind.
new record.
New record. Bobby,
Whoa.
tell them about this new record.
Yeah.
Whoa, this new
Let
record.
us know, boy.
All right,
He's doing a
so
genre change, right?
yeah, it is. It's a little bit different than what we've been normally doing.
Man, we should leak that shit tonight, though.
You should leak.
Yeah,
it.
we don't
We
have
should-
vocals.
maybe-
Not done
Hey,
yet.
I mean, we got-
Here's an idea. Like, just real quick before we, can we have tracks from the new record that haven't been heard and use them in this episode?
It's
Well, we
up
don't
to-
have the vocals.
You may
done.
have
They're
some,
like
Everyone's
special
like,
tracks.
yeah.
Dude,
Bobby's.
instrumentals.
Yeah,
are cool.
play like a
I mean, we'll
little
just fade in and
instrumental.
out.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
get to it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I think we'll work something out.
Yeah, so this new record, it's a little bit different than the old folk-ish sounding stuff that we put out that's on the Spotify. And
It's hard.
it's honestly
Like rock?
Just know that
yeah,
it's
I
hard.
guess so. Honestly, There's a well,
Doubt it.
I don't know about that. There's a band I really like called the Hotelier, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of that.
Like
Yeah.
hotelier, or like it's
Yeah,
all one
what-
word.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It was a band called the Hotelier that got sued and they changed it.
Hotelier. Okay.
Yeah,
They got
if I'm
changed
saying it wrong.
to the Hotelier.
Is it the Hotelier?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were the
I could be
Hotelier,
totally
and then they got
wrong.
sued, and then they
Hotelier.
changed
I
their
really
name to
like
the
Would they
Hotelier.
get sued by like the
Because they're-
competition for the Hotel of the Year or some shit?
No,
Probably.
there wasn't a
It's probably a big
competition.
organization. I mean,
Well,
Oh, yeah.
they got,
They
they
got
got,
sued
they got
by-
stars.
They got a lot of
They're giving
hotels
out
out
stars.
there.
that
Shit.
organization.
How big you got to be?
I'm pretty sure it was Hilton that sued them.
Anyway,
The
anyway.
Hilton.
They're like, you'll
Hilton
never
Definitely
see her
Toronto
again.
that sued him.
Let's talk about the Hilton.
Yeah, whatever happened to Paris, man? Like after that one night, like
What
she was
happened?
gone. No, I mean, so it's harder how. Like it's like
No, I mean it's just like it's a little bit like. I mean, all the other songs were just dumb songs.
what, you
know?
don't like
to be
any of
totally
y'all's
honest
last
with you.
music?
I
Like-
fucking hate it. To be totally honest with you.
There's a thing you go
Damn.
through as a musician. It's like, I hate
Yeah.
this
I
fucking
mean,
shit
like
that I'm
tired of
playing.
playing
honestly,
this
like
song.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like we played those songs for so long that like really the only ones that are old that I like, and I say old, I say basically off the first record. I like
Like
Dead
your
in the Water
staples,
yeah.
and White Russian
Would
Roulette.
y'all say kind of the same?
Same.
Yeah.
You're jumping a little bit too fast, new guy.
I know, right?
man,
Slow
but-
down.
I know, but hey, it's-
hey, look, we tell
so
them that all the time.
bold.
I'm like, bro, you got to play this song at least 500 more times before
Yeah,
you can
but
hate
I
it.
mean,
No, I mean, no,
I'm
that's
already-
true. That's some honest truth, though. Like,
Yeah.
and it's nothing. I don't.
Yeah.
Like you saying that doesn't. I don't think any less of it, or
Yeah,
think
no, no,
anything.
no.
That's.
I mean, and I
that's
say,
what you go
I
through.
say that
10
you know,
years,
but
man.
like honestly,
Shit.
like at the time, I enjoyed playing those songs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
And they're
enjoyed
good
playing those
songs.
songs, you know. But like
Yeah.
at this point, like if we can play a set and not play those, I'm so stoked.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
like
Yeah.
I'm like,
Honestly.
hell yeah, we don't have to play
Well, it's
for
something new.
3 hours.
It's going back to
you know?
what
I mean,
Well, yeah.
honestly, at the end of it is at a certain point when we make another new record after this one, we're going to be sick and
always-
tired of
it
this
always-
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play the crap out of
It's
them,
a
and you're
process.
just like,
like
all right.
this. I used to be really like I would get really agitated when people wanted to hear a certain song that wasn't on our set list, and I was like, "It's not on the set list. We're not playing that song."
Yeah.
Yeah, James
And
was
then
that
now,
guy.
like I was,
Yeah.
I was that
Do not-
guy.
This looks
I
like
was
you're-
like,
I'm that guy.
no.
If you see
I'm that
James
guy.
at a show
Yeah.
and you really want to hear something, come to one
Yeah.
of the other.
But
Did
honestly,
they
my-
ever put it on money though?
my
Did they ever put it on money?
I can't
No?
say
I
that.
never saw it if they
Yeah,
did.
we ain't never
You're,
seen
you're
it.
letting
My-
that change, everybody.
my feelings have changed
James might
because
have snagged
I
that
do want people to be able to hear a song that they want to hear when they come to a show, so I will tell them, hey, if enough people ask for that song, we'll play it. It's probably going to sound like shit, but we'll still play it.
Yeah.
But with that being said, please don't ask for those songs because we really don't enjoy playing them. And
Like
it's,
now,
it's
like anytime you see you now.
yeah, it's visible when we play those songs that we
That
don't
you're
want
not.
to play.
Yeah, you're just kind of.
Yeah.
So it's just
enjoy
like,
it.
do you want to watch a band half-ass play a song that they haven't played in 6 months or whatever it might be?
The
I mean,
answer
well,
is
But
yes.
it's
They
just
want to
something
see
you
it.
heard from
I've been talking to a
Tequila
lot
Rock.
of
They
people.
want to see that. Yeah.
I've been talking to a lot of people about like.
we want to hear that bullshit.
I've been talking to Jody a lot about like the life and death of a good bar. Like how a scene happens and something does something that way. Do you feel like the songs that y'all were doing in that time of Tilo Rock, whenever everything was blowing up, was kind of tied to how y'all feel about it? Maybe.
I think it's
Maybe
tied
that's
more
reaching a little
to
bit.
Yeah. I
I-
mean, in different ways too.
yeah.
Shit. Go ahead, James.
So for me, it's like with some of the songs, like "Close the Window" is one that we hear every once in a while. It's like, I get it. I know where we were when we wrote that song,
It was
but
dumb as shit. That's one of the ones that I'm like, that's a dumb fucking song.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stop asking to hear it.
it's
Which
a good
one?
song.
I don't want to
yeah.
play it. Like, people are like, hey, let's
Yeah.
play that one twice. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, it's not deck where it's at.
I
you
mean,
know?
they really wanted to start saying songs, but yeah, I guess that is one of those songs. It's like, man,
on
like
drums,
we,
man.
All right,
we
if
can
we can
all
talk
agree
about a
that
song
hey,
that we
we're
hate,
over
it's that
it,
But
you
it
know?
but it also doesn't.
But-
it doesn't involve the instrumentation
No.
that we did when we assembled those songs. So it's just
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
you know?
y'all aren't doing that thing
Yeah.
anymore.
It
It's like a
just
song
really- it
of
like-
the past. You know?
Honestly, it feels like it sucks the fun out of a set. Like,
Oh,
for
for
them
sure.
to play that
We're
song.
like grooving. They're like,
like,
play
I'd ra-
close the window.
I'd rather the
yeah,
this-
they hit us
Get
with
the
it a
fuck
lot,
outta here.
like
Yeah.
more than we would think. We're like, damn, I guess that
Why was that
at
the
least
one,
every
too?
show. At
I'd
least every
rather
show
the
you get,
promoter
yeah.
be mad that we didn't play
I mean, I
for
like
5
the
minutes
song, but,
than like play that song. Honestly, like
No.
and be
Like-
like visibly about it. You
No,
know,
just don't
because
play
like
it.
we can't hide
Well,
it.
I mean,
you know,
There's a give and take.
I mean, you picked it to
Like
play
I'm
in the
saying-
first
but
place.
hold on,
we
hold on.
we did.
I mean,
but
it's your fault.
Hold on,
I mean,
Honestly,
come on.
yeah, we created
But
this.
if anybody's
bull
listening to this that's
monster,
offended
you
by this
know?
conversation about that, asking for that song, like I said before, did you put it on money? Did you close the window on $100 bill and then put it in
And
Bobby?
throw it
we
at
did
me?
it out
No,
the
you
goodness
didn't.
of our
Bobby's
hearts
pocket?
because we're
Like, that's what you do.
sweethearts, you know. Like if you ask
That would be
anybody,
that
if
fucking
you
song.
ask,
Would y'all not
if you
play that
ask
song if somebody put it on a
anybody,
$100 bill?
We're sweethearts,
We're a
and we'll
bunch of
play
fucking
whatever
Care
song you
Bears,
want to hear.
dog.
I'm going to be honest with you and say that
Fuck.
it would still depend on the show.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you're if you're talking about at Thirsties and we have to play a 3-hour set, yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
only gonna play that song anyway.
Yeah, we have to. You
everything
better
we
get
have.
there when we play
We'll play it 3 times
Yeah.
because we have to fill a set.
So about this new album, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we can circle all that back
It's-
to the new album.
No, I was staying.
all
It's
these
all staying.
all these whiskeys.
Yo, why is
they'll
it
be-
I
hard,
told
bro?
you.
Why
Okay,
is the
so
album hard?
the new album is to me the songs are a little bit more constructed in a way that like we're just I feel like we're hitting more of what we've been trying and wanting to do for the past few years that we haven't been able to do. I feel like we're really hitting it as a group and understanding like, okay, this is what we're trying to do. This is what this song is. This is what this song means. And it's more of like a general understanding that we're having as opposed to just like, oh shit, we got to write a new song because like in 2 months we got a new show coming up. You know, like
Yeah.
that's kind of like, you know, we don't care about that. Like, if people ever say like, oh, well, those dudes played those songs for so long, like, yeah, we did, you know, and we got paid. And like, I'm not trying to be a jerk about like, or sound like a jerk
You
about
got paid and you got free
that,
drinks.
you know. But
Yeah.
like, honestly, like, we never really intended to keep playing until like, I think James got into the band and we started taking it from there. Then we just had so many lineup changes that it really like impeded everything that we were trying to do. And now, like, as you know, we've said, Tyler's been in the band for like 3 years, and like it feels like we all get it.
Yeah.
You know, we all get each other a lot
This is the
more.
new Ramblin' Boys.
You're
Yeah,
cohesive.
I totally
This
feel
is
it.
the
Yeah,
Ramblin'
like
Boys.
this is the.
We can sit
Ramblin'
down and be
Boys
like, we
as
want to
whole.
write a record, and then we all know the direction that we want that record
Yeah.
to go.
Which
With-
was a terrifying process for a new guy in a band.
It's like we were putting him under a fuck ton of pressure.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
It's like
learn
you've never
these
been
few
in a band
songs.
before.
You're going to be part of,
Yeah,
of
I mean,
the new version of
He's,
the Ramblin'
I mean, he's still here. Look at him. He's
Yeah. Like,
He
hey,
survived.
we told you after that Jefferson show, we seen
Yeah.
he can take a fall. The boys built
Yeah,
the lab.
yeah.
You know what's
go.
kind of
There
great
you
is like y'all been playing. Y'all,
I'm going through my trials, apparently.
But no,
Y'all-
real
y'all
talk.
been
He is.
drinking?
Oh,
Y'all been
God.
playing-
Pat grabbed one.
He's durable. That's what it is.
y'all,
He's
y'all
He
been
really
playing
is.
so long, and y'all have gone through like these different phases, and it seems like what we talked about with like the last one, standing on the front porch again, where like
Last man, yeah.
last minute, yeah, and it's like that whole thing where people moved off, people changed, they didn't play in bands anymore. You go through so many different members, and it seems like y'all are in this state to where like it's not like y'all had to stop doing that band thing to live your life. Y'all just have put it
Kept
over
it.
here. You've kept it, and you're still living your life. You get into this, and now you're on this new thing, and like getting into like this new state. It seems like this is like almost like rebirth, and it's even better because it's not like back in whenever we were kids and we were playing in bands. We wanted to be like, we wanted to just like make it or something like that.
Right.
To where
Yeah,
it's like
there's almost
now-
a sense of that.
I think you just
know?
wanted to hold
Well,
hands
now
with
it's
girls.
just now it's
That's
just
what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold
You
hands
just
with
wanted to
girls.
hold hands
Most
with
You
girls.
wanted
of the
somebody
time,
to watch
yeah.
But,
you.
I mean,
That's why you
and
started.
I'm making
Yeah.
assumptions saying this, but like I'm just saying like it kind of what it makes me think of now is what y'all are doing is like this is something. Obviously, it's been important to you,
Yeah,
and now it feels like you're able to keep it as that, but also it seems like it gives it more weight.
yeah, no, totally.
It's
like,
unpretentious, like it's
We're a working class band, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have jobs. All of us are, well, majority are in relationships, married, or even have kids. And, you know, you got to put priorities first. But same time, we all always try to make room for, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like this same saying as like somebody plays golf on their free time. And then, you know, we just play rock and roll music.
yeah.
And then we just don't, you know, at this point, it's really hard to be on a point where it's like shooting for the stars and just being like, hey, we're just going to get in a van and go.
Yeah, but there's no hangups in
Yeah,
there.
But at the same time, you know,
I think honestly, to go totally against what Tyler just said is,
thank you, buddy.
I have a little bit more faith in a lot.
Y'all
of,
been playing bigger
of-
shows.
of
Didn't
what
y'all
we've
play
been
like
doing.
White Oak or something recently?
Yeah, we played
Yeah,
White Oak.
that was a
Yeah,
few
man,
months
we
ago.
played White
Like
Oak.
y'all, like the last 6 months or so, y'all have been
Yeah.
playing shows in like Houston and
We
like
play a
opening
lot
for
of
big
shows
Yeah,
in
we-
Houston now. We're
Yeah.
Houston's
Man,
favorite son.
the- White Oak-
yeah, Houston's awesome.
Who did
Well,
y'all
the
open for?
worst misconception of when you get older and you get into your 30s or late 20s or whatever is that like, okay, well, I've been playing in a band. Like, say you've been an active
Now it's
musician.
time to get
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
a dick now because I'm
Well, they're
the
like,
one that
hey,
call them old.
Oh.
You know, like I can't.
Yeah,
you know,
fuck
I
you,
can't do
Tyler.
this now because I have a
33
kid, or I
is
can't
not
do
old.
this now because I'm married, or I can't do this now because I have this
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
But like I tell all my friends that have played music, that some of them have stopped, some of them are
Yeah.
still going. I just say, hey, listen, you can just do what you can do for now, and it doesn't mean that you have to quit writing music.
We're not any more broke than we were whenever we were kids
Right.
playing music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah,
So-
people just like to put themselves in unnecessary categories and stuff like that,
Right.
just based
Yeah,
on
Like,
expectations.
you don't have to stop playing
yeah.
music
like a
just
hindrance.
because.
And people are like, well, I got married now. I can't play in a band
I
anymore.
can't.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
But
Yeah.
I can't be in a
Yeah.
bar
Yeah.
on Thursday
Blows my
night.
mind.
Come on.
Yeah, it's like
Because
nah, dude, you can
Like,
still
how many
hang out with your
shows were
friends
you guys
and play
popping
music.
up on like the night of, and you're like, oh, we got a show tonight. Oh, I need a babysitter. That never
that
happens.
never happens.
Like,
yeah,
you always, if you're playing
You
in
can
a band
accommodate.
and you have a kid, you pretty much know at least like 2 months in advance
Right. Yeah.
when your
Shows
next
aren't
show
booked the
is.
day
You know,
before.
like
You're just a
well
shitty
aware
parent.
of
That's
it.
what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Or a
If you're
shitty
like,
band member.
oh,
Like,
you
Lord, here we
forgot.
go.
There's no
Yeah.
in between. You're
It's a
either one or the
show on
other.
if you can't run a
Wednesday.
if you can't run a calendar when you have a kid,
yeah.
then
You just
you're,
got to
you're
learn how
fucking
to
up.
use
Yeah.
Google Calendar. That's all there is to it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Shout outs to Google. Give us some free
Yeah,
shit.
shoot
Google.
it.
Please.
For real.
Shout
Yeah,
outs
shit,
to
Google.
Shoot
Come
outs.
on.
Give us some free calendars.
Come on.
I mean, at the end
We
of the
already
day, I
trashed
mean, I
Apple.
think
Come on.
Hey, we gave Apple a fucking awesome idea for an action film that needs to
I
happen.
know,
Right?
right? That happened
So
here.
Google,
on this-
it's all yours. If they
Yeah.
won't
yours
take
now.
it.
your move.
No,
Well,
y'all. So y'all play.
And we bring it full circle because we went back to that in the beginning.
Back to the
huh?
new album.
Yeah, back to the new
Back to
album.
What are you
Yeah.
trying to? You trying to cancel this?
I'm
episode?
trying to get you back.
We're
huh?
not canceling it.
Oh
sis.
my god!
Let
Hey,
me
look,
interview.
look.
We love all the episodes.
Aaron and Zach, I'm trying so hard not to leak some shit on the new album,
Bro, I'm
because
trying to get
I
some
will
leaks,
pull it
man.
up
Already
on my
asked.
phone
Bro,
right now.
but
They will,
don't do that.
they will have
No.
a fit.
No.
No,
No.
We
You
can't.
have to talk
us-
about
Man.
Just
terms.
play in the background.
You're gonna have to
Give
talk
us
about
an
terms.
Just like
my
playing the background.
lawyer said that's
My
one of the
lawyer's
three
got
things
a
we
lot
can't
to
talk
say
Hey, no,
about.
hey, no,
We
that's a
need
good
the
idea though.
exclusive,
Is
dog.
to,
We need the
is to play it in
exclusive.
the background
No.
to where nobody can really
No, I was
hear it
serious about-
directly.
No, I was serious about that. Like, if y'all have any kind of tracks you can give me, I'll just put them just as transition.
I mean, we also had them
We did them. They're
instruments too.
self-produced.
We also
They're at
had
my
them
house.
instruments right
Yeah.
there too. You know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Why
Yeah.
don't let's end the
I mean,
interview. Let's
we-
end the interview and try to make this song.
I mean, we
wait.
got them.
What else do we got?
Yeah, wait, hang on,
What
man.
else
We're not
do
done
we
talking.
talk
Leave.
about, huh?
Hang
We
on.
got
Y'all gonna
all
play?
night.
Y'all gonna play like a really shitty couple.
We
of
can
songs?
always play a song.
We can give you
That's
like
what we
2
do.
songs
Bro,
max.
You think 2 songs?
It's totally up to
Oh,
y'all.
whoa.
I mean, I'm just. This is.
It's
this
totally
is
up
an
to y'all.
ask.
But if y'all want to do the smallish desk performance,
Dude,
I mean-
it's,
y'all got
smallish
everything
table,
that we
sorry.
need right
sorry.
here.
I'll do like a little video, but it's
Don't-
mostly about
yeah.
the audio.
No, don't listen PBS. I didn't say desk. I said smallish table
James, you can
performance.
have mix clearance. I won't put it out if you don't approve.
All right.
Deal.
hey, y'all let's
Just
do
got
it.
off his phone with his
You want
attorney.
to do it?
Never
What do you,
mind.
I mean, we gotta get
It's
it
up to y'all.
ice.
It's up to y'all.
Y'all literally have the acoustic bass, acoustic
It's
have
a guitar.
everything.
Yeah, we got everything.
and a hand drum.
And some whiskey.
And a hand
so.
job.
And some whiskey.
Shit. Yo, we got that white Henny up here
Man.
and the Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
You know?
So the real question is, do you guys want to hear Ba with the Ba or Cowboy?
He doesn't
Whatever
have
you
the
wanna play.
shades
Whatever
to be
you
Kid
wanna
Rock
I
tonight.
totally forgot.
but-
If you
Dude,
if that's all you
Why?
played.
Why did we not bring that up?
Dude,
It's
you've been
been carried
tired.
on
You've been
so
Kid Rock.
tired
dude.
time.
Hey,
We got-
I want to thank y'all for not bringing up no Kid Rock.
Lord.
That's what Aaron, no, Aaron,
Lord,
Aaron
Lord.
said
I
this
thought
to
that
me.
was the whole reason
Aaron
we were
said
on this show.
Didn't you say that? Because we were talking about we got this episode coming up, we got this coming up, and he said "ball with the ball," and I was like, I didn't know what you were talking about. What is that?
I'm glad.
Yeah, I said watch Bobby show up
Ball
just in,
with the
in,
ball.
in
I
fucking
mean, okay,
character.
I can kind of see it.
We were scared too.
I mean,
We
he's
were
always
scared
in
too.
character. He's always in character.
So,
Okay.
He's always in character.
Yeah, so for those who haven't seen me at the Log On Cafe doing this,
for us.
Do you do
shout out.
karaoke? Kid Rock karaoke?
I do Kid Rock karaoke. I've done it twice. I've gone twice, and I've done 5 different performances.
I'll link a video of that shit too.
Bro, don't you have an email dedicated to
Yeah. If you like what you see,
What?
I've got to
What's the
actually.
email?
Well, hang on one
Drop
second.
that
I've
email.
actually before I drop the email, I've got to recover my password because I was kind of drunk.
Because
when
he
I made
might
this.
have not checked y'all's
And
emails
so
that you've
I
already
don't
sent him.
quite remember
Okay.
the password. I've tried Ba with the Ba 69, Ba with the Ba
That's probably it. You just gotta
420,
figure out the caps.
Ba with the Ba, Cowboy 420, Cowboy 69, all the general Kid Rock passwords that you would think of.
References, all
Nothing I can find, so I may need to make a new one.
I'll speak for you. So instead of emailing him, if you have a kid's party, if you have a bar mitzvah, if you have a corporate event, and you want the best Kid Rock impersonator in town to
You
show
want
up,
the best ball with the
if
balls.
you want the best Kid Rock impersonator to show up, you just slide.
The name is Kid.
Look,
Kid.
you just slide in them DMs. Don't email him because he can't recover his password. Just DM him.
No.
Slide in them DMs.
Yeah.
Actually,
All you gotta do is
That's
go
the
out
last-
through
that's
the
the last
grapevine,
song.
you
That's
know?
the last song in this interview.
And
Is
he'll-
gonna be Kid
And
Rock.
he'll show up in the shades and drunk. So
I
you're
need 2
good.
tracks, Gene.
Yeah. They just go outside and they say, "My name is Kid."
I've got to find this, but like there's
Kid Rock.
there's a Kid Rock fan page.
Ball with
That,
the ball,
that
bang,
I
bang,
comment on.
diggy,
You do
diggy,
Kid Rock
diggy, set the
cosplay?
boogie,
No,
set
no,
up,
no,
set
Bobby
the
Fair-
Oh,
boogie.
no. It's not cosplay, my friend. It's a real deal.
Like Kid Rock comes into his soul.
I'm pretty sure he already owned the
possesses
clothes
him.
that Kid Rock
At
It's
what
not
point?
cosplay. It's
at
called a
what-
tribute artist.
At what
It's called a
point
tribute
is
artist.
That's what I
cosplay? Is it in like a convention,
All right, look.
or is it on the
No, no.
outskirts
All right, look,
convention
I'm
too?
fading it out on this.
Oh,
Ramblin'
look.
Boys,
Kid Rock.
motherfucking Ramblin' Boys.
Hey, by the way, the
Make
whole
some
point of
rules.
that, I'm sorry, Zach. The whole point of that is we're playing a Halloween show where we are fucking Kid Rock and the Twisted Tea
this year-
trucker
God bless
band.
us all.
October
We will
31st
be
at
there.
Bar
Really?
Local with
October
the
This will
Rock.
come out
31st.
before that.
This is a promise.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a promise. We will be playing that show, and that's why I wanted to bring that up. We will
Fuck
be Kid
my
Rock.
life.
Wait, what's
and
that
that's a
show?
party.
Coming up.
Wait, what is the show?
It's at Bar Local on Halloween.
Dude, Frankie asked me to do
October
a Dat
31st?
Mac pop-up there.
That's
That's
what you
gonna be
should
the
do.
most
Oh,
lit.
shit,
That's
yeah.
what you should do.
Tight,
That
bro.
shit's gonna be lit,
Tight,
dog.
It's
tight,
happening.
tight,
All right,
yeah.
October 31st.
That shit gonna be lit.
We got Dat Mac on the comeback with the Ramblin' Boys.
Well, maybe. Well,
So
As
we're gonna-
Kid Rock.
Maybe,
Yeah, maybe,
tentatively.
maybe.
I'm
We're
gonna be
come
eating
back.
some damn
Tentatively.
macaroni,
Tentatively.
baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
That's
well,
it.
we appreciate y'all having us.
Thank you for
man.
being here.
Yeah,
God
thank
damn it,
y'all
This has been so
so
long.
much.
This has been so long in the making. It's like we should have had y'all back on longer.
And this was
We
our
should do a
first,
part 2 soon.
Y'all want to go for a whole nother
Dude,
hour?
No, this was our first ever 6. This is 6 people.
Yeah, this is the first six-person interview
All
that
right.
we've ever done.
Ever.
We have it going.
Oh,
Have it going.
God bless anybody
we're pleased
listening.
to be a part of
It's
it.
been a good.
Yeah.
This has been a
Love
good bit
to.
of fun. This has been
Anytime.
A to Z.
Anytime.
It's been a good hang, man.
Love
Thank
you
you
guys.
guys for
This is
coming.
great.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks Bobby, James, Pat, and Tyler. We had such a great time drinking whiskey, hanging out, talking about the old school days, and talking about what y'all are getting into now. A lot of good stories and everything. That was a blast.
Yeah, had a great time. And also a special shout out to our patrons. You guys really make this whole thing happen. You give us a little bit of money. Some of you give us a lot, and we really appreciate it. We have Jordan Stringer, Lance Killian, Brian Castino, Doug Waldrop, Michael Sarr, Ben McClellan, Randy Edwards, Ali Gillette, and our newest patron, Allison Pierce. If you're interested in becoming a patron, head over to patreon.com/A to Z BMT, where, you know, we're getting better about stuff.
Mhm.
We got some t-shirts
We got some
coming.
shirts coming.
Maybe some possible reasonable grocery bags, maybe some hats. We got, you know what? We're trying to do it out here for y'all. So if any of that entices you, or if you just find value in what we give to you, head on over there. You can give us like $1 if you want. You can give us $5. We're appreciative of anything.
Yeah.
You know?
And next episode is going to feature Jill Waldrop, and she has done a book called Tits Across Texas. That is a pleasure.
That's right. And if you have a guest that you think would be a great fit for this show, send them our way. You know, tell them to slide in our DMs. Tell us to text us. You know what I mean?
I bet you could like text us on Excel, like
like Nelly?
Yeah.
You talking about that? I heard, man, 15 years ago, Kelly Rowland got stood up by Nelly, and it's all because she was trying to text him on XL. Can
On
you
her
believe that?
sidekick,
On
yeah.
her sidekick, yeah. Well, that was a weird tangent, but anyway,
See you later.
that's it. Bye, guys.
All my homies in the county and cell block 6.